Let's stay with this because we're going to be speaking to the Ghana Meteorological Agency, the acting head of the Central Analysis Forecasting Office. Madam Felicity Ahafianyo joins us via Zoom. Madam Felicity, good morning to you. You've been watching this story and we want to understand the weather these days. What's happening? This is a bit unusual around this time. Madam Felicity Ahafianyo, can you please unmute yourself so we can hear you? Yes, ma'am. What are your initial thoughts in terms of the weather patterns?
Yeah, thank you very much and good morning to our dear listeners and viewers and to all the guys in the studio. I'm really, really touched because every year we always come back to this. And as a single person, it's becoming a concern to me, especially to our brethren over the northern sector. So I will applaud Joy News for this initiative. It's about time that we take certain things and try to find a solution to it. In terms of the weather pattern, the north, they had only one rainy season that normally starts by April and end in October. But then we have variations. At times it extends to first part of November, and at times so the rain starts late around May thereabout. But then if you come to us at the southern sector, we have two rainy seasons. The first one starts somewhere around March and ends in July, and then we have the break in August that at times doesn't come with rain, but at times it comes with light rain or drizzle over the southern sector. Then the second season starts in mid-September through to October and then second week of November. So in terms of the pattern over the northern sector, they are still within their annual rainfall season, which whereas the 2020, they are going to end around the third week of October 2020 over the northern sector. So we are still expecting rain over those areas, but then the intensity will start reducing.
Okay. So in terms of even the intensity now compared to what we've experienced in the past, is this still normal?
For this year, the intensity, when I cross-check from some data, 1 or 2 days, the intensity was not normal, was slightly above the normal. Some had recorded almost 100 millimeters, and some on a long-term mean, they are having around 80 millimeters. So in terms of the individual day events, some had slightly above the normal trend. But if you group all together, the rainfall has not exceeded the long-term mean that we are anticipating over those areas. But the problem here is the Bagri Dam that has been spilled off because it has a lot of volume, and the ground, the nature of the soil also is not supportive for all these waters to be soaked just like that. So it's causing all this havoc. So we need to find a solution so that next year, if the rains will be more and then the Bagri Dam will be opened again, it should not result into this type of thing again.
We want to go to Kumasi because we have some people there who had some concerns as well. We want you to take a listen to the concerns of some residents of Kumasi. They are also asking some questions. We'll need answers from you.
They should inform us so that those who live in marshy areas and the swamp areas will know when it rains and when it will end, so that they can gather their things and move to a convenience place, so that they can live without any difficulties. Because the government of Ghana have struggled to combat all these effects which the rain for excessive rainfall causes. So they should inform us to know what we should do and what we are expecting from them. They should come out and say something to us, because during the olden days, it rains from January to March, but nowadays the season has changed. So they should inform us adequately so that we can know what is going on and what we should do to combat all the effects that excessive rainfall brought to us.
For this, they have to equip their system so that they can capture how the climate is changing about. But for now, I have a farm at Sunyai, I used to go there every weekend. I haven't even sold my corn. And there's no any news or any information that the climate or the weather is changing. Today the rain will come, tomorrow the rain will not come. We don't even have that. I don't know how to explain it. Information from the meteorological services. And they have to be up and doing.
Okay, one thing that I think the Ghana Meteo should do is that at least we all know that June, July is when we experience heavy rainfall. So now that in September we are experiencing heavy rainfall, they should come up with some weather forecast so that we will know that maybe today there's going to be a heavy rain, so that you and I can know how to do our things so that we will not be stuck in that rain. You understand? So that is the best advice I am giving to the Ghana Meteo, because that is the reason why they are there. They are supposed to alert us so that we will know how to do our things and skip from heavy rains in our daily activities. So these are the advice.
Last year, during this June, July, rainfall, mostly the weather forecast will come out and then be explaining to us, be telling us, be giving us a hint ahead that when students are going out, when people are going out, they should prepare for the rain. It's going to rain, it's going to do this, it's going to... So it was updated. But nowadays, we don't find anything. I don't know whether it's the coronavirus or everybody is... I don't know. So they should come out and then tell us at least something, especially the elders who are not much educated with the Google apps and all that, which will inform or update them. They are looking forward.
All right, so some concerns, observations from our friends in Kumasi. Madam Felicity Ahafianyo has been listening and watching, actually. Well, the concern from Kumasi specifically, they say it's been raining rather heavily, continuously. What's the situation, the Kumasi situation? What can you share?
Thank you, Mama V. You see, most of them are blaming us that we don't give out the information to them on time, or they've not been having access to it. But I will tell you that this morning I have to drive 2 hours to get to the office on time, and then to make sure that the forecast for the day is ready. Before then, those that close on night at 6 in the morning have already released the forecast for today as 5 a.m. And it's made available to almost all the platforms. We are on Facebook, we have our own website, we are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, we are on Twitter, we are now on WhatsApp. We have so many WhatsApp platforms, and it's open. Anyone that is interested should join. Once you make your numbers available to us, we will add you, and then you always get it. We have a platform for the media houses too. So every morning, every afternoon, every evening, we put all this information there. Now we have a weekly update too, so that Monday evening we tell you that between Wednesday, Thursday, we are anticipating rain over certain areas. Friday to Sunday too, we are anticipating rain, and we come back to update it. So from daily, 3 times in a day, and then the week 2, 3 times in a week. And we have been trying our effort. Our lines are open. Anybody can call. Any radio station can call us. Now at today, the morning one is gone. We are preparing for the afternoon one, which will be ready by 11. We are done, and we share, and the media houses does not pick it up for them to hear. What do we do? There's nothing for GMET to do. We don't own a radio station. We don't own a TV station. We just have to rely on. And if we issue the warning to that a storm is coming, nowadays, Joy FM and some other media houses are also trying their best for us. Once we send the information, they send it, but it's not regular. You see, so we have a big challenge at Ghana Meteorological Agency, the forecast office, that needs to be addressed. And it's good that they are raising this concern. They should also make the effort and get to this, get the information and share with their families, share with their friends. As if you come to our office too, as forecasters, we each and everyone also have individual WhatsApp pages, so that once the information is ready, we add it so that our other people can also share, so that it is spread across. But then how the best effective way for us this information to go is by the TV, is by the radio. But then if we don't understand it and we don't have the time for it, and GMET, we don't have money to pay for the airtime, so that we tell you that anytime we have that information, just give it to us.
Yeah.
No, if not because of the floods and this thing, I believe journalists will not be calling us this morning for the forecast. You understand? So let's make an effort. Join us maybe before the start of the morning show. You can call any of our forecasts on duty, and then they'll give you the forecast for the whole day, for the whole country, so that for the next 24 hours, your listeners, your viewers know how it's going to be. You understand? And then a whole lot. And
Yes.
I believe government is also watching, and government has to take a second look at our Ghana Meteorological Agency.
Yeah.
Somebody made mention of our equipment. Yes, we have a lot now, but we still have more to go, because the human resource is also, we are also understaffed here too, and we still need more. We need more radar, so that we'll be able to tell the public that the storm that is coming, the one that will hit Accra Central, will be about 100 millimeters of rain. So NADMO can also prepare ahead of time.
Okay, great. So what we do on our morning show, we do give out the weather, but I must say that we haven't been consistent. So we also have to, we have a lot more work to do on that aspect. But I asked specifically about Kumasi and the rainfall patterns. What's currently happening? I understand that it rained for about a week continuous, maybe?
Yes, sir. The minor season have started over the southern sector, and the weather zones have started descending. So definitely, those in Bono, those in the Savannah, those in the Ashanti region, Oti region, they will be getting the storms now. And this morning, there is a rainstorm over the Ashanti region and part of the Bono Ahafo region, which the forecast has been issued in that respect. But then, as I said earlier on, the forecast remain on our social media platforms, remain on our table. So the Kumasi is cut off. We have Met Office across the 16 regions. We have about 22 synoptic stations that takes all the weather parameters. And then we have officers, district officers, we have regional officers in all the regions, before the 10 regions we have in all. So when you go to Kumasi, we have regional office of Ghana Meteorological Agency that are operating, and the regional director and the district director all go on air every morning to give the forecast to those stations. So we are looking at a way whereby we can bring in more, so that every time they can get, but then we are handicapped. We don't have the finances. If the media does not come in to help us,
we appreciate that.
We can.
Okay, I appreciate the issues that you've just raised. I guess sometimes also as citizens, we also have a duty to do follow-ups and check what the weather would be before we step out. You said the forecast has been issued for today. We haven't done the broadcast yet. So if you take the time to give us the picture for the entire country today, that would be good. You started off talking about Savannah and some parts of the Ashanti. You mentioned Bono. But if we can have a picture of how the country would look like today before we wrap up this conversation.
Okay, I can only, let me see, I don't know if I'll be able to share my screen with you.
But if you cannot, just, give us a summary.
Okay, for today, we are looking at cloudy weather over most areas of the country, with slight rain over Greater Accra, Aplau, and then parts of the central into the western region. And then those over the Ashanti region, we are looking at thunderstorm with rain for them this morning into the afternoon hours. And then some areas in the north, just areas around Boli and Wa, is also have a rain in the forecast this morning. But then by afternoon, the sun will break through. Then by evening, those over Damango, those over Tamale, Yendi, and then those over Bolgatanga have thunderstorms in the forecast for late afternoon into the evening. And then for the week, Monday, we came out for the weekly forecast for this week, and we are looking at some rain and thunder for the weekend, which is going to be a rainstorm that is going to move from Nigeria to engulf the entire country. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week, Ghana Meteorological Agency Forecast Office is still looking out for scattered cases of rain and thunder over all the 16 regions. And I want to add here that the season in which we are is not going to be every area that will get the water, the rainfall out of it. Some areas will just be cloudy, and some will have the rain and then the thunderstorm. So right from the coast, middle and to the north, from Friday to Sunday, Ghana Meteorological Agency is anticipating moderate to severe thunderstorms over the entire country. By Friday morning, we will come up with an update on it, weather the storm, and then be able to give you the very specific areas, the districts that will be affected. And I hope that we will try as much as possible to get it to join me so that we can relay it to your viewers and your listeners. For temperatures, temperatures will be mild today across the 16 regions, and it's pretty cool. But then if they are going out, they should go out with some umbrellas and some raincoats. Then I want to add, before, I don't know when we'll get this time again, but then the sun has crossed the equator and the rays will be much closer to us. So temperatures will also start picking up. After the rains, you see that temperatures will be becoming unbearable, especially during the daytime. And then towards October ending, the night time will also become a bit warmer for us. So let's keep this in mind.
Okay. Madam Felicity, we thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the forecast as well. We'll certainly keep our viewers updated. That warning about Friday's either rains or thunderstorm, we'll come back for some further clarification on that. But thank you so much this morning.
Thank you for hosting me.
All right. Okay, so that's the acting head of the Central Analysis Forecasting Office, the Ghana Meteorological Agency, Madam Felicity Ahafianyo. I remember readily, Kumasi, there is a thunderstorm. So rains in Kumasi this morning before the afternoon. You want to be cautious, just before you step out. Make sure you pick your umbrella, dress appropriately as well. It's going to be cloudy in pretty much a lot of the other areas in the country. But the sun will be out later in the afternoon. So dress appropriately wherever you go, whichever part of the country, have a cute umbrella in your bag. When we come back, we'll talk about the Ghana Green Building Council's celebration of the World Green Building Week. We'll tell you all about what you need to know on ACT on climate. Stay with us.